decided to do a little different thing. So we're on our way right now to how the leaves are coming off right now. It's crazy, you know. Summers in Nevada, man. It's the leaves come down like crazy in our. Don't you hate those trees?
Yeah, because they ruin
I don't
our
know
pool.
what they're called. They're like sumacs or.
Let me ask you,
Yeah.
what is the difference between Vegas summers and Sterling summers?
It's a great question. It's a lot different age bracket too, but it's like, you know, your memories. It's kind of weird how your memory works, but I think, you know, growing up doing concrete, like all I remember from honestly Massachusetts, because I felt like from 11 to 18 was concrete, and then it seemed like from 18 to 25 before I moved to the West Coast, like it went by super fast because I was bodybuilding. But when you think about it, it was kind of the same amount. Let's see, so it's like 18,
I feel like it's human
so it's
more.
like it's 5, 6, 7 years, and then you're talking about concrete was the same amount. But the family business, I mean, my summers were very short only because I felt like I started working at the day school got out, like full time, and then I didn't stop until like the day we went back to school in the fall. But I just remember the summers, like we would have our rainy days, but I remember more nice days than rainy days. But you know what the difference is between Massachusetts and Nevada? I think the main thing is we barely get any rain in Nevada. So, like, you don't wake up and you have that, the weather for 3 days is like this. I remember actually one year, my senior year of high school, was it my senior or junior? I think it was my junior year of high school. I planned a trip to go to Cape Cod. And I was praying that the weather would hold up and it wouldn't rain, because a lot of 4th of July weekends, and you guys know that live on the East Coast, it's like praying like, oh my gosh, I'm off for these many days, because I actually took the weekend off, which normally we work Saturdays, Sundays too. And I went down to Cape Cod and the weather was perfect. I just went down there for a girl, and it didn't work out like I had planned. I'm not gonna lie. But,
So let me ask you another question.
yeah.
Father's Day was just about.
Yep.
What
Lost
was
my dad in 2020. Did Dad
21,
pass?
I believe, or 22. Sorry, 22.
I thought it was 21.
No, 21. You're right.
After
you're right.
COVID,
Yeah,
whatever
right
that
after
was.
COVID.
Yeah.
September.
Okay.
What is, I asked you this before, but I think it's important. What is one of your best fun memories with your father?
Grocery shopping on Friday nights.
Why?
Because we'd actually go to McDonald's. And it was such a treat for me to go to McDonald's. We didn't have a McDonald's. We would go to the one in Clinton. I think it was in Clinton or Lancaster maybe. But I'll be honest, like at my age and thinking back to those days and the simplicity of life back then, and I think we all go through this, no matter how people look at me as like this established, successful, you know, did everything in his career type thing, and now I'm just sitting on Easy Street, right, running business. But man, there's a lot of days I just want to go back and I just want to be like, man, that would be a very simple life. You think that, but you know what the problem is? You go back and it's not the same.
No.
But that was the highlight. And I was probably 11 or 12 then, maybe 13, maybe even 14. It might have been when I was like going into, like after freshman year, I broke away from spending more time with my dad, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I think because I started liking girls and whatever. But those were the days, because that would be our Friday nights. And I remember we'd bring the food home. We didn't eat it there. We'd bring all the groceries home, unpacked all the groceries, and we'd sit, and I'd sit in front in that TV, and you know where Keith lives right there? Yeah. There was a TV in there, but it was like against, like you walk up the stairs, and it was against the wall where the fireplace. Yeah, so we'd sit and watch TV, he and I, and that would be our Friday night.
What was the...
Because remember, he worked all week, so he was like, he was off on the weekends, but Saturdays, like if we weren't working doing concrete,
he would take you.
We were doing house chores, like cutting wood or We had to prepare for the winter all the time, man. We had
Yeah,
to
because
cut
you
a
didn't
lot
have
of
a
wood.
regular.
Well, we had a wood stove. No, we had a
Yeah,
wood
that's
stove,
what I
so
mean.
we had to prepare. We had to let the, chop the wood, let it dry out by the season. And then, of course, start preparing for the winter time. So he'd be like, you need to help me cut wood today. And I remember, like, I would cut wood with an axe, like a maul or whatever, and then I would, he got actually a wood splitter, like in a powered one, like a gas one. And it would, you put the log in there and you press the lever and it cuts the wood. I was like, oh my gosh, this saves so
awesome.
much.
But it taught you a lot,
No,
right?
it did teach me a lot, but I just remember, thinking, wow, I was underprivileged compared to a lot of the other kids, because all the kids were going on like summer vacations, or, I remember like families would go away and we never went away ever. We were working like all the time, and that later led to what built my work ethic for this crazy lifestyle that I chose. I was on a live this morning on Facebook, and I was like, man, I didn't plan for this life. Like, you start off and you're like, living in that small town, and like, had the dream of being a cop because that was like what everyone kind of did. And then I went to college and realized that they taught me not to want to be a cop.
Okay. What is, let me ask last question. What is the best gift your dad, memory as a child, that he's ever gotten for you that you were happy?
I mean, listen, the ATV got me at my 12th birthday. Was pretty cool. I got a 3-wheeler, a 110. It was a 1985 Honda 110 3-wheeler, which everyone's like, oh, those are so dangerous, and honestly, that's what I learned on. They were pretty safe to me. But I remember he came down. I remember being in the yard where Keith lives, And I remember I saw coming down the driveway, he had a little blue Ford Ranger, and he had the tire up on because it couldn't really fit, and the bed was really short. So the 3-wheeler had its front wheel, and the flag was dangling in the back. And I knew exactly what it was, and I couldn't believe it. For my 12th birthday, he paid $1,000 from the dealer up in Leominster, and he bought me that ATV, man.
And were you like excited?
I didn't get off that thing, Angie. I must have put, I don't even know how many hours on that thing that summer. Because I got it in August, so I was so excited. But like, then the snow came, and like 3-wheelers, like, they had those big puffy tires, right?
Slip.
So it was so cool to be able to go through the snow. As long as the snow wasn't too deep, the snowmobiles would break in the snow, and then it'd get packed down. And then it was like, man, you could kind of cruise around. But it felt like on snow, you were going so much faster than it was on
because you
ground.
were going.
Well, it's not. It was so much smoother, right?
Because you the grip on
the snow was just like, when a snowmobile packed the snow, it was just a smooth. There were no bumps.
No.
So it was just so cool.
And
man.
if you ever seen Jay's farm where he grew up, there's so much land.
We had so much before the state took more.
Yeah.
And
dad
we're dropping
had a
off the
lot of
Skidwell
land.
stuff right now.
See, we go to donation center and we donate stuff. We'll be back.
Yeah, so we're going to do a little bit of behind the scenes today. We're going to head to the office. The dogs wanted to come with us today. We wanted to take them, actually.
Yeah, the babies.
So we're excited to have them today. It's a little different weather today, a little cloudy, which is very nice for Vegas.
Cool, finally.
But I think that's what reminded us. We just started a conversation talking about like growing up in Massachusetts, and you were in Jersey, kind of the same weather. Whatever it was doing in Jersey, it was doing in Massachusetts, right?
Yep. Same. I just remember summers over a certain time. I want to say July and August. It was super humid and hot, just like it is in Vegas, but it's dry here.
Yeah, I mean, I was working in that, so
I know. I don't know how you did it. It's like you asked me, how did I work in the pool? Remember? Because it's so hot.
I had said that the other day,
Yeah.
because it was so hot out.
Yes.
And
And
I was
then
like, can you imagine working in this? Like, I don't know, maybe as you get older, it's a little harder, right?
It's. I'll tell you this: working in the pool, and especially at Wet Republic, there's windows. So the windows, the reflection bounces off the pool, so it'd be like 20 degrees hotter or 10 degrees hotter. So Needless to say, I would be tired and sleep for 2 days and not talk to people because you get drained. But we will be back and continue on this vlog.
I sign every receipt.
What are you packing?
It's a secret. Enough money to support my power bill.
I know, it's terrible.
Wow. I haven't fallen onto the solar thing.
Are you gonna do that?
If someone gives it to me for free, you know?
Yeah.
We beat the leaf blowers today.
Yeah.
No one talks about the leaf blowers anymore. I think
Yeah, it's true.
I think they're kind of done.
They don't mind if they hear them though. So you want to talk about the Spain show?
Yes.
Big comeback from Bonek.
I told you.
You called it.
Did I not tell you when I saw him at
called
FIBO?
Yep.
He looked incredible in the gym.
New coach too.
Yeah.
I think he was working with Chad for a minute.
Well, he's with Stefan now, I
Yeah.
think. And that's Urz's
Oh, it is?
coach,
Oh.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I think he helps him and a couple other people. I'm pretty sure it's him. Don't quote me on that, but
Wow.
I'm
he
pretty
looked
sure
great.
that I'm sure that I think that was the coach though.
Yeah.
He you know, listen, Bonnick's 42, man.
Is he?
And like I mentioned, he was part of the old
Crew.
I don't want to say old, but like he's in the era where he competed with the Dexters. And
Yeah.
very few people left. So very controversial in a lot of people's comments
Yeah.
with him and Betruz, you know. How would you judge Bonnick's physique compared to when he was second at the Mr. Olympia?
I thought he was pretty close. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I didn't really dig into the pictures that well, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of funny because the show happened Sunday.
Yeah.
And then Milos was calling to do a podcast on Sunday night already because he wanted to give his 2 cents why his guy should have won.
Yeah.
Who was incredible too, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome back. We just laid out a couple things. So I just came back from the office and I want to show. So particular with the shoes. Look at, we have a million pairs of sneakers. This is going to be the launch for, I believe it's the 26th. Is Tuesday the 26th or?
No, that's Wednesday, I think.
I think it's whatever. Okay, so we'll put it on there. Young LA drop. I don't want to show too much, but this is what's going to be dropping. So you matched everything. It's just a cool design. How about that? Sick, huh? So you made sure, particular. So this is the outfits. It's very hot today, so we do have a couple things. I actually wanted to
wear
model a
the
couple of these.
shorts,
Those,
the
okay.
swim trunks. I have a pair.
Okay. So we're going to shoot this at some point today. Another busy day at the Cutler residence office / everything Capone. They were just outside blowing leaves, so.
He's gone nuts.
I was a little ill yesterday though, and I never get
Sick.
sick. I hate to say sick, but I was not feeling 100%. I can't figure out what it was. I didn't eat anything bad. I don't know if I was just run down from the weekend, but we are heading out to go. You're going to get to see this vlog before, but we have West Coast Classic this Saturday, so we'll be spending some time in Cali, and then guess what? It's someone's birthday.
Who's?
Behind the camera. Behind the camera. So, happy birthday to Angie.
Thanks, guys.
And I am just going to finish up a little work right now. We're going to hit the gym. Probably get a little bit of that and the training in there. What's so great about this Osmo? It kind of, I don't have to have it follow me today, but what are we training today, by the way? Do we know?
We did legs.
Yeah, we did legs. We did back. I mean, I got shoulders.
You do shoulders.
We did arms already. Remember, we did arms the other day.
I haven't
And,
done shoulders. We can do shoulders.
all right, so
and abs.
we'll figure it out, but we'll be back over. brought the Terra to, he's helping me ship all these orders today. What do you think, Capone? Huh? I guess we're in the warehouse and trying to handle some of these. I'm closing my books today, so I'm trying to get a lot of that stuff done. At the same time, this is my list. This is my list for the day today. Always a lot of tasks. Pet butter here. You guys haven't seen this yet. A couple different flavors. So this is one of those weeks where, you know, I travel actually, you know, this weekend, and, you know, that seems so common to all you guys that follow me on the YouTube channel and all those places, but it becomes a rigorous task for me. And the reason being is I'm so structured. And many of you entrepreneurs or, you know, routine people, or, you know, anyone that owns a business or businesses or has certain commitments, right? You have a certain structure on what you do. And I think that is the biggest obstacle for me is trying to carry that routine when I travel, even though, like, you know, listen, a lot of things are more accessible for me because I've been on the same pattern for so many years, right? I'm deep into a career. So, you know, when I talk about, you know, being on Zoom calls or being on conference calls or doing things from, you know, from your phone or from a computer, and, you know, the viral type business that's out there now, and having e-commerce as most of my brands, you know, several brand business, it's a little easier to do that. But once again, I'm crunching for deadlines, as, you know, we have end of the week stuff, because every Monday we have, you know, a meeting with, you know, all the media, video, social media, you know, all the Facebook and all those type people, of course, management, wholesale, whatever, for supplements. I have like those calls set up, and this is Dave, the full-time bodybuilder, calling me. Hold on, Dave, I'm gonna call you back. Okay, I'm just finishing a vlog right now. Okay, bye. So I've learned to adapt to that, but for some reason I like being in this office, or like being in my home office, or, you know, being in some place that I'm normally comfortable in. And listen, some of you can relate to this, some of you probably can't. For me, it's more like, just, I'm a routine person, man. I'm a simplified, you know, the simple things is what makes me happy. And I was watching you know, kind of some interviews the last couple of days. You know, I watched you know, something about fishing, and, you know, I used to go deep sea fishing, you know, when I was with my brothers doing concrete. We used to go off Cape Cod every year in July and do like a deep sea fishing trip, which was a little different for me. And some of you guys that know fishing, you know, and head out on boats, and you have that piece of being, there's nothing like being out there in the ocean. You know, I was watching and I was like, man, you know, that seems kind of cool. It's kind of a getaway. And, you know, all these things I talked about, doing golf over the last year and learning Spanish or German or whatever it is. You know, there's so many bucket list things that, you know, time is like the most valuable asset we have. And when I'm booked week to week, which I haven't been as much lately, and it's actually making me reflect on, hey, what is true happiness to what we do, other than me working my ass off every day, because that's truly what makes me the happiest. And, you know, being in the gym and doing all the transformations and whatever else. But what I really want to do is I want to preach, and I want to be able to teach people how to structure and how to do things properly, in a sense, because I feel like everyone lacks like the dedication, the consistency of that dedication to get their maximum output, right? So I'm kind of like brainstorming and thinking about ways like how, you know, as I get older, you know, how to be more ageless with what I do. And, you know, I've come up with some pretty cool concepts on that, and hopefully I'm putting it to the right pen and kind of mapping things out. But I have, you know, something cool that I'll be able to share more with my viewers and all my people that listen, and, you know, have maybe followed me, you know, for such a long time or maybe a short time. Because as you guys know, I'm on the go constantly. And that's what I love. Like me, my biggest fear is not being busy. And, you know, right now I'm on it, like on that, I took a break to kind of dig in and let myself focus a little bit. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. And, you know, put my mind and efforts towards more positive things and keeping, you know, keeping this as track as I can. So, you know, I appreciate you guys following along. And, you know, we'll have, like I said, more content coming up. This is a little more of a different style where I'm just adding a few things in there.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
All right, so we're here at the West Coast. How many of these have we been to, Dave?
Oh my God.
Hey, remember when Lonnie yelled at you because you showed me up late that time?
You were driving.
Where do you guys live?
Fresno.
Okay, you guys came down a ways.
Yeah. I heard you were going to be here.
That's awesome, man.
You guys, we have the man of the hour, Lonnie Teeper. We've known each other for a long time. This is actually his 25th year, right? Your show is 25 years old.
25 years. My first contest was 1999.
Unreal.
It was limited to, not only to college students only.
That's right.
California college.
That's right.
I took it on. People told me I would never make it. I crawled. Then it became the Western Collegiates. Then it became the Junior Cal. Then it became the West Coast Classic. And today, at least as of today, this is the biggest show in California this year.
Yeah.
Been 186 bodies.
That's awesome.
350 counting crossover.
That's awesome.
Dave Brulet's a former champion.
That's right. I won it once. I've did it many times, your show, man.
Yeah.
Many times, yeah. Till I finally won it.
But having Jay Cutler here,
We were at the first one. We were talking about that earlier. We went to the first one.
it's night and day. If I don't have him here, I don't even feel like having a show.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. That's awesome.
I haven't seen people gravitate to me since I went to the porn convention.
Well, Lonnie, thank you so much for inviting us. As
Thanks
usual,
for
we love to
coming.
be here.
I
Yeah.
know you're living in Vegas now.
Yes. Yes. I left the craziness of California.
For the craziness of Vegas.
Yeah. Well, it's the new Mecca, man. All the gyms are there. You should see a lot of champions there. Yeah, it's great. So, all right. Congratulations on your show today.
No mercy for you, no worries for you. That Game of Thrones, go Cersei on you. I flipped the script, I roll the dice. Don't fall asleep, cause I'm working nights. Hey, you trying to shut me